Hi, everyone, and welcome into Tap Into Your Creativity. Today, I am so excited. We have a guest artist all the way from Egypt, and he is today, and he's going to tell us all about his life, his art life, and I cannot wait. Hi, baby girl. Thank you, Alex, for being here. Thank you, Stacy. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you all for joining us. And we are live now with my guest artist, Omar. I hope that you all can see Omar. Um, Omar, if you can you hear me? Um, if you can hear me, Omar, maybe disconnect yourself and reconnect yourself and ask me again to join, because the connection for some reason is not great. So maybe make sure that you're on your Wi-Fi. There we go. So he's going to connect again. I am so excited. He is Omar Fadel. He is an American Egyptian artist living in Cairo, and he is joining us all the way from Cairo. So I'm hoping that he can resolve his issues, and there he is. So let's bring him in, and so he can tell us all about himself. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. He has become a good friend of mine. And welcome, Omar. I am so excited that you're here with us today.
Thank you so much, Sandra. I am very excited to be with you on this show. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, it's been a pleasure. I actually found you on Instagram and fell in love with your artwork. And then since you and I have been talking since the summer, you and I have become good friends, and we have a lot in common. And art is a universal language, I should say. So,
True, very true. I'm so
so
pleased to be on your show. It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much, Sandra, for having me.
welcome, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Please tell us your name, where you're from, and where you are right now.
All right, so I'm Omar Fadl. I'm Egyptian American. I'm currently residing in Cairo, between Cairo and Alexandria, to be more specific, in Egypt. I've lived some of my life in America, in Columbus, Ohio, and some in Egypt. And currently I'm located in Egypt, in Cairo.
So tell us a little bit about your childhood, where you grew up, and were you inspired with art at that point? Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
Sure. So I was a very artistic child, per se, but never studied art, nevertheless. But I enjoyed art. I'm an only child, so I always found time to be creative on my own. So art was like a window for me to um, spend more time with myself and be creative and find like another world. It's like a whole new world for me as a child. So that was the beginning. Um, I used to sketch a lot as a child. I never painted using like paint, acrylics, or oil. I never really took it to the next step until I reached high school. It was a very big step for me because it's a big transition from using like pencil or charcoal to using different materials and trying to educate myself from scratch and have no mentor to teach me or guide me through it. So I had to explore it again. And I am here right now with you.
So before we go into how you became a professional artist, tell us a little bit about now, what is the situation with COVID in Egypt? How are people doing there? Are you on the second wave like we are in America? Were
Right.
you affected on the first time around? Were you able to create? Like, tell us a little bit about what is life in Cairo right now?
All right. So we were a little bit behind when coronavirus hit the world. So it kind of hit us a little bit later, I think, than the States. Um, the first time it hit us, I wasn't affected at all. We all took safety measurements and stayed safe inside. People who were working didn't work, didn't go to work. They worked from online, from home. And things were pretty much stable. I mean, we took all safety measures, so things were good to go. However, life was disconnected somehow. So that was more time for me to enjoy art and explore different dimensions in this artistic world. However, after the first wave ended, people resumed life strongly, let's say, because it took almost 3 months. It was a took a toll on everyone. People didn't go out, they didn't used to do anything for the past 3 months of the coronavirus. So after the first wave ended, people resumed full force, and right now we're hitting the second wave, but still the numbers are low. They're not really high,
Mhm.
but I'm hoping things would stay stable and would go through easily and smoothly.
So, are you back at being inside your homes? Are the restaurants open? Can you go inside and eat, or do you it's all outside? How is the situation right now? And I guess your weather is beautiful still, right?
Right, yes. The weather is really nice over here, I have to say. This time
Yeah,
of the year,
we have
this is the best
snow. I
weather.
don't know if you can tell,
Yeah, I
but I
can
have snow in
see.
my backyard.
Yeah, I miss snow, but we don't get snow here. It's raining heavily though.
Okay.
So the restaurants are working fine. Everything is working back to normal. However, everyone is taking their own safety into their hands. So I'm not really staying at home as much as the first wave. But when I go out, I usually wear a mask, always try to have my alcohol on hand and be safe on my own, keep my
Yeah.
distance when I'm talking to someone. But everything is working normally. Malls and work, everything is pretty much back on track.
Back on track. Okay, well, stay safe. We're trying our best
Thank
to do the
you.
same here. So, and we
Wishing you
are,
to stay
what we're
safe.
doing here and every hour of my interviews with my artists is inspiring people at home and giving them hope and just opening our hearts and souls to them. So, let's go back now. And now you didn't
You
go to
didn't go to
school
school
for
for
art.
art.
You went into finance, right? Or into economics. And you started in the United
Yes,
States, correct?
I studied in London School of
Oh, London,
Economics,
sorry.
and then I transferred to marketing in Egypt and the Arab Academy the last few years. So my major is in marketing and minor in economics, which is totally far from the art scene. And I never like used to paint at that time of my life. Like during my vacation, didn't paint, I didn't work or as an artist. But then I graduated. That was like around 7 years ago, and I joined the banking sector. I reached a really good career level and achieved like every goal anyone in my age would dream to be at that point. But something was missing for me. It wasn't fulfilling me, fulfilling my desire as I'm not gonna say as an artist, but as myself. So I decided to pull the plug all of a sudden. And that was, let's say, like 3 years ago. And as a corporate manager, I decided to quit and stay home and try to gather my thoughts and see what I could do for the rest of my life and take it from there. So I decided to take a vacation per se, try to meditate and find myself soul searching. And within this journey, I discovered art. Bit by bit, I found a lot of people, a lot of friends encouraging me to take it to the next step. And when I did take it to the next step, people are saying, why don't you sell? You do very nice pieces and it's very artistic and it's very unique. And that's how it started. So I decided to do a page, create a website, and be on all social platforms. And I took it from there, basically.
Yeah, you took all your knowledge that you had and applied it into your new career. And I think, all the decisions that we take in life, they're small little things that you choose. So you chose 3 years ago to leave your more stable life, right?
Right,
Then
right,
you chose to go into art. You chose into giving a chance to succeed in art and really full force get into your heart and soul of what you wanted. So all
true,
those little things, when you add them, it takes you to where you are today. So,
right,
I call them, yes, they're your journey, but also they are definitely, something that you want to express to everyone, that every single decision that we make today and every day amounts into, what your life looks like. So,
exactly,
you need to believe and you need to take chances in order to get there,
right. I couldn't
right?
agree more. It's all about
Yeah.
chances, yes. I couldn't agree
Yes.
more.
Yes. And then those beliefs, it turns into realities, right? They're not I believe anymore, but it's a reality I can do. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so you have done that, and you're a perfect example of taking a chance and not staying in, what maybe people would think it would be the more traditional way of, staying in your life, in your lane.
The
So
comfort zone,
sometimes
right,
it's right. Sometimes it takes us, that minute where we have to take ourselves out of our comfort zone and see ourselves out of that box, right? That
right.
white box. If we
Exactly,
see ourselves outside of that box, we can, grow so much.
exactly. It's all about
So,
growth, I think. It's always like pushing your limits, trying to find yourself more and more. I think life is not about it's a destination. It's not a destination, it's the journey. So with each destination you reach, that's like a chapter to discover yourself, and you need the courage, you need to take the risk. However, you need to calculate it and see where you can go and how far you can go with a little bit of risk, bit by bit, so you wouldn't like take a big risk and fall. So you have to be cautious at the same time. So, but it's part of life. So that's it. Yeah,
but no risk, no reward, right?
exactly. Yeah.
So we all have to take a little bit of a risk to get there. So, so now you find yourself being a contemporary abstract artist in Egypt. How is the art scene in Egypt?
All right. So the art scene in Egypt, it's quite, um, how can I say this in words? It's not as out there as you would see in the United States, of course, but it's getting there. I'm seeing a lot of artists, young artists with a lot of new approaches and new ideas, implementations, and people are getting there. It just needs some time to kind of understand fully what is an abstract art and how do you decipher it, because it's not really easy on the eye for each and everyone, and everyone sees it in a different way, right?
Right.
So I think we're getting there. it's not as easy, of course, as anywhere like in the United States or in Europe, but it's slowly getting there. Of course,
Are
when
there women abstract contemporary Egypt artists?
of course, yes,
Yeah.
yes. There's a lot of women, yeah, and there's a lot of shows and exhibitions. And it's not, like I said, it's not out there like the United States, but it's there, it's getting there. So you can see a lot of women doing abstract work and contemporary work and classic painting, portrait, everything.
And you're really helping to open that door. I feel like your artwork, and you know, we will have a gallery show right now in a little bit, but your artwork really refers to me as a ancient Egyptian civilization in a way, but you're
Right,
making it current, modern, exciting. You know, it has the texture, the edges, the geometry, the color, you know, and I think that all of that, it's a perfect image of who you are as a American Egyptian artist. And you're
right.
merging all your cultures and it's coming through in a beautiful way.
Thank you so much. Of course, it took me some time to find my identity in the art scene. As an artist, I think each and every one of us, we kind of stumble until we find who we are as an artist and what we like and what represents us. So it took me a few years to reach where I am right now. And I fell in love with the gold leaf, the 24 karat gold leaf, and the textures. Somehow that kind of reflects the Egyptian, ancient Egyptian, like history, you know, the genes in me. I don't know, but I kind of found myself somewhere there. I enjoy the textures, the different dimensions, the multi paneled canvases, and try to take it to the next step as an modern, edgy kind of artwork.
Yeah, and I know that you've worked with artists, Egyptian artists,
Right,
you know, and you have collaborated with them, and I'm sure that that has been very exciting for you too, because that's another
right,
venue and that's another way of pouring your heart out and then having it being so, you know, openly celebrated.
right.
And so
So, speaking of which, as soon as I entered the art scene in Egypt and had my social platform ready and launched already, I was approached by many artists, like celebrities, movie stars. They really liked my work and they wanted to do something commissioned in their house. I was featured in magazines. Um, those kind of things really give you a push to go further and further, seeing like you are
it's a validation.
exactly a validation or acknowledgement. It's a really good push to keep you going through. Especially as
Yeah.
an artist, it's not an easy job. It's not a stable income, but the validation keeps giving you the energy to go more and more and further.
Correct. And that's why you have to take risks. And, you know, someone said, you know, it's hard for me to take risks. It's hard for everyone to take risks, but it's
Of
up to
course,
us. You know, it's hard to each one of you or me or you that if you wouldn't have taken the risk, you wouldn't be where you are now. So,
right,
and it's all trial and error and see what you want and see what feels good to you and see what you know you will have an immediate reaction to something that you like, and so
right.
then you need to push yourself and find that, you know, why do I like this, right? And then start questioning, why do I like what I do, correct?
Exactly. It's not an easy journey, as I said before. You keep questioning and you keep wondering if you're doing the right thing and whether everyone is liking what you do, what you're doing. And it's always like a lot of hesitations and a lot of insecurities go through too, you know. But with time, you learn to focus on who you are and get to be more true to yourself. And as I said, you have to take the risk and pour your heart out.
Yes, 100%. So, why don't you take us now on a little gallery tour of, I know you said in the past that you don't have a lot of work because everything you've done pretty much has sold, but
Yes.
show us what you have and tell us a little bit about the process of each one of them if you can, and what materials you used.
All right. Hold on a second.
Whoops. We might have lost Omar. Oh, there you are.
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
All right. So this is a little bit of my studio. So this is where our supplies, they're not really organized right now.
That's okay. We love to see the not organized part of it.
Right. It's a messy process, I have to say.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is a canvas I have right here. I don't know if you can see it right. Can you
Yes.
see this?
So
Is it?
it's, yes. So yes. It looks like a pyramid to me.
Exactly. So this is a new canvas that I thought of. It's a multi-dimensional canvas. So each canvas was made separately. So this canvas on its own, and same here, and same here, and same here, and same here. So each canvas was made separately, and then I kind of joined them all together so I can get the shape of the pyramid. But somehow this is a little bit elongated than a pyramid, if you can see.
Yes, totally.
So
Did you make that?
yes, I had to do it by hand. It's not an
Wow.
easy process. Yeah.
Oh my
All right.
goodness. How heavy is that, you think?
This is around 15 pounds, I think.
Okay.
15
Yeah.
pounds, yeah.
Yeah.
So this canvas, I decided to keep. This artwork, I decided to keep. So this is out of my style. I don't usually do this like portraits, celebrity portraits, but I kind of enjoyed this one.
I was going to say that's not like you, but I enjoy it.
So this
Um,
is Marilyn with gold leaf.
yes.
And this is the
Yes.
same canvas that you saw earlier, but this is all wrapped with bubble wrap. And this is like a base prime for what I'm gonna do next. Because I needed the texture of the bubble wrap and used the material, the plastic material, kind of gave it an edge, I guess.
Yeah. So I saw Ryan Janellini is here, and he's also an artist that uses gold leaf. And so, Ryan, you should really pay attention to this because this is pretty cool with the bubble wrap. I think that is, can we return to the bubble wrap for a minute and
Sure.
we can see it a little bit close and then far away so we can appreciate.
Let me show you
The,
something that's finished because this is
yeah.
not finished.
Oh, Ryan is watching. Good job, Ryan. You're gonna love this. And Omar, you have to see Ryan's work
Hi,
because he
Ryan.
also
Yes, I will
uses
definitely do
yeah,
that.
he also uses gold leaf in his paintings, and you're both very successful.
So this artwork is, I think, 39 by 37. I think so, 39 inch.
Oh, he
This
just
is
said he
made
actually
with,
uses bubble wrap too. So you definitely have to
oh,
talk to each
nice.
other. Yeah.
Definitely. It's not a common material to be used between artists, so it definitely will be interesting to get
Yeah,
to explore a new
exactly.
venue.
Exactly, exactly.
So this one is made over a wooden canvas, and then I decided to use the bubble sheet, bubble wrap, but in a different dimension, like one sheet over another. As you can see from the side, it's not one
Oh.
sheet
So it's one on top of the other on top of the other?
with exactly, with different levels. It's not all the same levels. I don't know if you can see it on
Yeah, you can
camera.
totally see it. You can see it, and you can see it from far away too. You see the different dimensions, and
Exactly.
obviously the different value of the color brings your eye, to go in and out of it. So
Exactly. I tried to emphasize like the low point with a darker color here.
Yeah, exactly. So it gives you even more of the dimension.
Depth,
It
exactly.
even gives you more of the depth of the painting.
And this is the back side of the bubble wrap.
Oh, I love that. That's
This
amazing.
is, so it gives like a smooth edge.
Yeah, totally. And then is that with 24 karat
Yes,
gold
this is
leaf?
the 24 karat gold leaf right here. I don't know if you can see through.
Yes, you can see it through. So do you do it on the back or on the front of the bubble wrap?
I do it on the front because it gives the texture. I can do it on both sides actually, but I decided to go with the front of this piece.
Okay. And why 24 carats versus a different, is it because it's more shiny? Is it because it has more quality to it?
Um, I don't know. I think the 24 karat kind of, I kind of enjoyed the tone of it. Do you mean by the which karat or why is
Yeah, yeah. Like, what is the difference between using just like a regular like gold leaf that's less than 24 karat? Is it the shyness of it or the weight of it or
all right, so there are many types of gold leaf, right? There is the imitation one, and then there's the gold leaf. That's the 24 karat or 18 karat. I don't know, let me fix this first. Yeah. So the different karat gives you a different tone. Some warmer, some lighter, some greenish, some yellowish. So this is the difference between the karat. The imitation is sometimes I get a lot of requests, people who want artwork on a budget. So this is a good option if you want the same look, but you need it on a like easier on the wallet, as you can say. So, but I like the 24 karat. It gives it a little bit of sophistication, originality, I think. It's like having
100%.
gold.
I
Mhm.
agree with you. I mean, I think that, the best quality materials that you can use as an artist, it's, you invest in your materials, but then they come through in a much vibrant, better way. So,
Exactly.
especially if you're a professional artist, if you're just starting, it doesn't matter. You can just start with whatever you have, with
Exactly.
crayons, with, anything that you
Any
have,
kind
you
of
can just
material,
start,
right?
right? So, yeah, so I think that, it just depends where you are in your art practice. But, the one that you didn't show us, the one on the left of that, yeah, that one. Is
Yeah.
that also with bubble wrap?
So this is not with bubble wrap. This is with bubble, small bubbles, actual bubbles. It's made of foam,
Oh, that's so cool.
though. So it gives a different dimension as well, and
Yeah.
it's easier to melt and mold into the shape that you want because it's not really fixed on a sheet as the plastic bubble wrap sheet. I
So
mean.
how do you what material or glue do you use to glue them onto the surface of the canvas?
So of course I have to prime the canvas, and then I use gesso, and I use a lot of glue, different types of glue, and
Mediums, like any, mediums that you use?
mhm. I use a different mediums. I use the gesso, of course. This is mainly I kind of like dilute the gesso
Mm-hmm.
to lighter mediums so it can easily be absorbed by the foam bubble. So as it dries, it kind of takes the shape. And then I use the white glue, I can't recall the name
Elmer's white glue.
exactly, but it's thicker than the Elmer's. And then I glue it, and then I use the acrylic on top and another layer of gesso to keep everything intact.
So then the one thing that is not, let's say when you don't use the gold leaf, Is that acrylic paint, or is it also a different metallic leaf?
So this is not a gold leaf. This is the gold powder. It gives the same effect as the gold leaf, but it's not as reflective as the gold leaf, of course. But you can play
So
with it.
the darker values there, is that acrylic paint then?
Yes, yes, that's
Okay.
all acrylic. I kind of like enjoy using the gold powder within the acrylic to give another color because you can mix it with the black and it kind of gives you like this golden, black, greenish kind of tone.
Yeah. Can you show us that from far away so we can appreciate the whole painting? And how big is that, Omar?
So this is, I think, around like 26 inch by 26 inch.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. Wow. That's spectacular. I love the texture of it. I love the gold comes really alive when you
Especially when
add
the
all the
light hits
texture.
on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Even the one next to it comes alive.
Exactly.
What about the one that you have? Um,
This one.
yeah. Is
So
that a
this one,
starting? Are you working on that?
yeah, this is a work in progress. It's the same size as the previous one. However, this is made of gesso.
So you're building it up?
Exactly. Building it up step by step.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great. And can you give us a sneak peek of the one that you created for this project?
Sure. So this one is made of bubble wrap. This is the one that I used for this project that would be donated for this cause, which I'm very honored to be part of it. This
I'm
is the
honored that
same.
you're part of it. I am so excited that you're going to be donating this piece, and whomever buys it will help Feeding America.
Yeah, me too. Such a pleasure to be with this movement and with you, Sandra. Thank you so much again.
Oh,
So this artwork, this is just an initial layer, but it's in silver, not gold. I'll be adding the gold at the final touches.
oh,
But as you can
I love
see,
the bubble wrap. I just love it.
it gives a lot of dimension, of course, and texture. And we use texture with reflection using the gold leaf. It kind of takes it to a whole different level.
Yes, for sure. Even with the silver, it already does. So,
Exactly.
you know how bubble wrap when you were a little, well, when I was a little girl, I loved getting the bubble wrap. I used to
Yeah, of
play with
course.
it. I love the sound of it. I love the touch of it. I wanted just to pop every single one of them. So when I see that, it just brings me back those memories where I just want to touch and feel and pop.
It's all about bringing back your childhood into your adulthood, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
So
So,
this is the magazine. I forgot to show it to you. This
oh
is the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
magazine that I was featured on.
Let's see the article.
So this is the magazine. I think the article was in the beginning. It's called Enigma. It featured a bunch of Egyptian movie stars and actresses.
That's so cool. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much, Sandra. So this is my artwork,
Okay.
but this is another page. So this is it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
This is the
can you
article.
focus a little more on the painting so we can see the colors there? And also, I believe it's also on a pyramid stand kind of thing,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. I
Yeah,
don't know if
it's
you can
hard to
see
see
it
because of
well.
the reflection of the magazine, but I can see it there. Yep,
Can I see it that way?
there. Yep, that's how you can see it. Perfect. Don't move your phone. um, you know, it's geometric. You're using your shapes and your forms and your colors. Do you find yourself on that one that you were really thinking on where the color was going to be to
Of
be that
course.
successful?
Yes. So I decided to go with the geometric pattern using the like pyramid-like canvas,
Yeah.
but I wanted it to be colorful. So here, at this corner, it started with the orange, and at this, it started with a little bit yellow orange, purple, and then fuchsia. And it
Okay.
kind of meets in between where the colors kind of melt together.
Yeah.
You can see what I mean.
Yes.
So, and
So
then
you
you can
you you
see
use the grade of color, and then you went from dark to the gray, the
exactly,
middle of the grade scale.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then
So
there's
see,
this.
everyone, everything has a purpose.
Is it,
That
can
is
you see?
beautiful. I love that.
So colorful. I enjoy doing this artwork very much.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like your color artwork that you don't have right now, but it's very cool. So when you go to Omar's page, please look for all this incredible artwork that he's been doing now for over 3 years. And Omar, let me see your face again. I'm going to turn on comments for people to ask questions.
All
And
right.
so how is your studio, by your home or in your house, or do you drive to your studio? Where is your studio?
So it's in my house. It's a room. I kind of finished it in the setting where it can easily work. Like I had it like done, the flooring, something smooth, so I can easily wipe the colors and the walls with white, so I can easily paint over it. It's nothing too sophisticated, but it gets the job done.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about your marketing. How can you help, new artists that they're starting? What would be something that you suggest that they do?
All right. So basically, I studied marketing, so I have the background, and which definitely helped where I am right now. I believe the first advice I would say to any artist is to find their identity, to find what makes them unique, because there are a lot of artists out there. So you need to find yourself the edge and what makes you unique, and what's different about you, what makes you stand out, basically. And then from there, you can use the marketing tools. There's a lot of marketing tools. You can use the social media, being active on social media, trying to have a stronger presence on the social media platform. Use a lot of, excuse me, the technologies, like use all and each sense you can do. Like you can see, you can watch, try to enhance everything, you visualize it, and send a message to the buyer or the one who's watching, basically.
And because I know, like, you in 10 years, you have over 10,000 followers.
Right.
You've grown your social media, presence. And I think that what you just said is so important, to find your identity and find what makes you different from everyone else. And then once you do that, then you have great content.
Exactly.
And then you can share that. And you don't have to share every single day. Because you have great content. And so
Exactly.
as long as you feel confident of your work, you can do that. And nowadays, we as artists have a lot of hats. We are self-promoting, we are in the studio, creating, and now we have to be social,
Active.
social,
And
right?
this is kind of exhausting, of course, because especially on Instagram and Facebook, you have to be active. And on the side of that, you have to be active on your work, the actual
Right.
work. So it's a
Right. I always
struggle.
talk about balance because I've been out of balance a little bit because I took over this incredible project. So I'm slowly getting back into my painting practice, and that gives me my food for my soul. So
All right.
whatever makes you tick is what you have to do, right? For
Exactly.
me,
Big
is
time.
being in my studio and creating, and that's my therapy. That's my happy place. That's my where I find that I can turn everything, all the noise down and just really be. So, you need to find that balance, and you don't need to
Exactly.
be on social media. You don't to do that. You don't need to, wear all these hats, especially in the beginning.
Exactly. It's all about being true to yourself and just pouring your heart out and finding yourself on this journey.
Yes. So are you working in a special project now? What is your next steps look like?
So I'm studying interior design right now. So I'm trying to use different elements into my art as well. So using metal, using different materials, anything you can that can pop on your mind basically. And I have this project I'm trying to do, this artwork that's quite a big uh, artwork. It's almost it's in meters. It's 5 by 5 meters, so it's almost like
Wow,
yeah.
that is big. Wow. What is it? What is it?
So I'm trying to use the same pyramid canvas that that you saw earlier. I'm trying to use something similar, but like something like pops out and then it goes down inside like multi different dimensions. I haven't really decided on what to do exactly, but I have something in my mind.
What materials do you think you'll use for that?
I'm gonna go something soft. I'm not gonna use the textures, like the heavy textures. I'm gonna try to make it as soft and reflective as possible. Um,
What is the structure going to be made out of?
Wood, canvas,
Okay.
of course, and fabric stretch over it with different canvases over each other. It gives it
So the
like,
same idea. So this is like maybe a prototype that you're working in your studio to make this
yeah,
big, large scale thing.
right.
That's awesome that you're going into interior design. I mean, that's really pivoting your life.
It is. I mean, ever since I've started to paint, I've enjoyed seeing houses become homes. You know, when an art really pops out in your home and makes it like somehow reflecting to who you are, you know what I mean? I kind of enjoyed that essence. And I think everything related to art, like interior design, it's all within the same uh, boat. They're all artistic in my mind, you know. It's just using different colors, using different textures. You try to pour your heart out using your emotions, try to get a vibe out of it, an image, sophistication, or whether you want something that's happy and vibrant. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Oh, I can't wait to see what your future holds. I just know it's going to be so successful because like I said, I think I found a friend all the way on the other side of the world. And yeah, so my friend Tina just said, I agree that art makes a house a home. And I love that phrase because, and especially if you know the artist, you have that connection. So
exactly.
you have that feeling that every time you walk through and you see that painting, it reminds you of the artist and the love and, the everything that they did to make this happen for you. So that's why it's so important for art collectors to get to know the artist. I
Exactly.
think because no one knows better than yourself and how you sell your artwork to the people because you have that incredible connection that happens and then they carry it in their home. So, we want to make everyone happy and feel just loved and have their arms around them in their home, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. You just said
So,
it.
yeah. Your friend Kay Farid just said upcoming Pablo Picasso.
Yes. Hey Kay, he's my friend. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Well, anyways, I am so proud and happy that I found you, and that now people in the United States will get to know you better and know your work better. I'm going to send everyone your way, and hopefully art collectors will come your way, and you can have more of a presence in the United States, and as well as in Cairo, and keep making a difference there, because I know you are. And I can't wait to see where life takes you, and keep me posted with everything.
Thank
And
you so much, Sandra. And one day I hope you would come and visit my studio in Egypt,
oh,
and I'll get to show you all the pyramids, the real pyramids, and the artistic pyramids that I make in my studio, of course.
oh, literally, I can't wait. It's in my bucket list. I've never been, so I'm excited and hopeful that we get to travel soon. And
So
that's my dream. My dream is to go to artist studios and be able to do this interview live with you guys and show everything
hopefully
that,
we're gonna
right?
do this
Yeah,
soon.
God
Yeah,
willing, we
hopefully.
will.
I'm
And
wishing you all the best of luck, Sandra,
so tell
for
us,
in
Omar,
this
before
journey.
we leave, where can we find you?
All right, so I'm on Instagram. My Instagram account is omar.fadl. And then on Facebook, it's Omar Fadl, one word, dot art. And then
Okay.
there's my website, which is www.omarfadl.com. And that's it. You can find me
Yes,
also
Kay.
on
Take me to
Satsheet.
Luxor and Aswan, and just take me.
Just bring yourself over here, and I promise
Oh,
you, we're gonna take you on a very nice tour to
oh my
Luxor
goodness.
and
I
Charm.
I cannot wait. And I know that in the future, God willing, we'll be together at some point, and we'll be able to share the love of art, and share it with the world. So continue success. I wish you nothing but that. And
Thank you so much, Sandra.
please keep in touch. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Take
Thank you,
care. Have a
everyone, as
great
well.
weekend.
You too. You too.
Bye,
Bye bye.
Omar.
Bye bye.